Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, and it's time for another landscape makeover. I like to call this one a 90s nightmare finally ends. So this client had an old pool. It was built about 30, 40 years ago. The concrete was fading, it was cracking, and it was also settling, and there was all kinds of issues other than the fact that it was ugly. It had this weird step down which created a trip hazard for the client and her grandkids and their little dog. And on top of it all, the retaining wall that was holding the whole yard together was falling apart. It had all kinds of issues with the stucco peeling off, the railing was rusting. So let's just get to work. I did a nice design just to kind of resuscitate everything, and then the boys brought in the big old jackhammer attached to the Bobcat, and it's time to rip this old concrete to pieces. And it took about a week of jackhammering and demoing to break all of that up, and then they put the skip loader attachment on the Bobcat to then lift it into the various dump trucks that pulled up next to the pool deck. Thankfully it had pretty good access there. So it was quite a lot of work to get all that concrete all knocked away. And again, as you see there, always put plywood down whenever you're blasting away the jackhammer. So once they've cleared all that out, they split the team up into two parts. A couple of the guys worked on the wall, and as you can see there, the first step to fixing the outside of the wall is you had to fix the inside of the wall. The inside of the wall had no French drain and was not sealed. So they had to dig all the way down to the bottom of the wall, and then they put in some waterproof sealer on the backside, and then installed a French drain to drain all the water away so that this would not happen in the future. While they were doing that, pool guy came in and fixed his skimmer, and then it's time to bring in all that Class 2 road base to rebuild up the pool deck. And as you've seen in previous videos, once you get the base in, you compact it down, and you want to be going down about 6 inches, which in this case was no problem because the concrete was about 6 inches. So you build that up with about 4 inches of the compact road base and then 2 inches of the leveling sand, which leaves you another 2 inches for the brick itself, or the pavers in this case. And the client selected these beautiful Angelus pavers. This particular one was Adobe Copper was the color. Really pretty stuff. The brand, the style of paver was called Courtyard. And then so the guy started laying all that in, and it went pretty quickly. Obviously they do a lot of cuts around the round pool and the round hot tub, but they made pretty good progress on that. Now, while a couple of guys are working on the pavers, again, a couple other guys are working on the wall. So the next part of that project was to scrape all the damaged stucco off over the length of the wall. By the way, hey, make sure to hit that like button if you are enjoying this video to see how we did this landscape makeover. Once all that was scraped and washed off, they had to put 2 coats on it. They did a scratch coat just to kind of seal the wall a little better, and then the final coat which had the color itself. And they picked this color to complement their house. Actually, I think it matched the house perfectly. And so you can see there was a scratch coat that was kind of grayish brown, and then this is the final color coat that they put on top of it, and they also did a nice smooth Santa Barbara finish as well. So it's not that bumpy 90s stucco style that was so prevalent 30 or so years ago. So while the 2 guys are working on the outside of the wall, the other guys are working on the inside where they're finishing up the pavers. Now, once all the paver was done, the last major element was the shade structure. They really needed some shade on this pool, so they picked this wonderful Yardesy shade structure that you've seen in previous videos as well. And the great thing about pavers is that you can pop the pavers out, especially if they haven't been sealed yet, and then figure out where to put the footing. So that's what they did. They popped once they laid out the frame, they knew where the footings were going to go, popped it out, dug the hole, poured that extra 12 inches of concrete, and then bolted it all back together, and then recut the pavers right around that. Once they finished that, then it was time to put in that polymetric sand to lock up the pavers really nicely, and they laid all that in. And you've seen other videos where I've showed how that process is done. And then, of course, time to seal the pavers, because you always want to make sure to seal pavers, especially around pool decks where you might have drinks or things spilled. So then you seal it with the sealer you see there, and that way it gives you a nice good coat. Always remember with pavers, you're going to need to seal it about every 5 years or so to reapply it. It's a pretty easy process. All right, now let's check out the before and here is the after. All the concrete is gone. They didn't redo the pool itself, just everything around it. So the concrete's done. They've built this beautiful paver pool deck that really adds a lot of color to it. The other great thing about pavers is when they are wet, which they usually are around pools, the colors really pop. It's not much more interesting to look at. Notice we also got rid of all the planter beds right up against the house. The house itself was having some stucco issues, and so we wanted to get rid of all those planter beds so there would be less water up against the house itself. On the other side, notice that there's a thin little planter bed all the way around up against that big retaining wall, and that will, all the water will go into that planter bed, down into the French drain, and then drain out to the street, so it won't build up against the wall to damage the stucco. On the other side of the yard, we did a really nice artificial turf lawn for their little dog, Elsie. She's so cute. You're about to see her in a second. And there's the finished product of the Yard-to-Sea shade structure. Now, this is a wonderful shade structure I've talked about in previous videos. This one costs about $2,000, and it took two guys about 2 days to assemble all the parts and put it all together. So it's not a complex structure. It's not the easiest thing to put together, but it really is pretty. And it is a solid metal top structure. It even has little hang points on the inside to hang cafe lights or other cool little things. And so it's a really nice shade structure kit. You can get it at Costco. You can also get it at yardtosea.com. And there's links in the video description for all of these companies and the products you see in the video. And here is Elsie, so happy that her garden is finally finished. Her lawn is finally finished. Just loves her lawn so much, because before she had nothing. She had dirt and concrete. There was no place for Elsie to play. And speaking of the wall, here's what the finished product looks. Again, it's that smooth Santa Barbara finish that turned out really nice to complement everything else in the yard. Well, I gotta say a big thank you to Juan with Unique Landscaping. Their crew did a great job on this project. And I want to say thanks for watching so much. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. Until next time, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.